Alright guys, what we got here is a Ultraline portable shape cutter. And this is kind of pre the CNC plasma cut table and the burn tables. I think I'm pretty sure they still build them, make them, sell them, This is an ESAB. I know it's more than 20 years old. I've used these since early 90s, the place where I work. We just call them a track torch. But I picked this up because the guy said it didn't work or work right. I know the motor turns, so I basically bought it for parts because it has, speed control, off on, you can reverse it. And you can even jog, because there's like on for the travel, but then you can hold the button, do a jog. I was going to use all this parts and stuff for a welding fixture positioner. I was going to use the motor and all the hardware, because I've had these, really got no use for them, but I figured, if I can get it to work, or if it does work. I mean, the torch on this alone's, a few $100s, because it is it's an aux weld torch. It's all brass. Everything works. He said it doesn't. He can't get it to work. Of course, he was 20 years old, and you push a button and it doesn't work, that must be broke. So we're gonna get into the meat of this thing and gonna check it out. Man, these screws are tight. Be a good time for a CRC commercial right now. Pretty clean in there. 90 volt DC, 9.6 amp. Let's see how that. Okay, so just that spring. Jobby pulls it off spring loaded back here and back here, hanging on springs. Really clean in there. How much you can see. And I really don't want to mess with it too much, just because I did plug it in and the motor does turn. But why it's not engaging? It grabbed the... It's rolling. It's moving. There's off, and there's a jog. I think this would still make a good weld positioner, you know, parts. To go the other way. Dude, it wasn't. Where do you want to bet the outlet in that guy's house was dead? Like he had a blown breaker or something on that side of his garage. This works fine. I did notice it. Let me get it unplugged. Sorry about that heat blowing out your ears. How about we hook some hoses up to it and if the torch is any good. Okay, I got my hose on it. Got it suspended off of my little overhead crane, kinda holding it, supporting it, so it's not pulling against it. Now all I burn is propane and oxygen. But I just use propane just because it's so cheap. I got a 100-pound bottle back there in my other room with 2 oxygen bottles rigged to it. So kind of like a little mini bank. So this isn't going to burn near as hot. It might be a pain to get lit too. But hell, not too bad. And you do need to change tips. I did check the tip, and it is for propane. A lot of people do. You can't use an acetylene tip with propane. Now it's making for a good heater in the shop. Feel the heat coming off that. See if I can find something here real quick to cut. Find my eyeballs too. See here. slow it down. Well, it works. I put a smaller tip in there and it'd work better. And it cleans up putty knife though. Yeah, it doesn't do too bad. This is the side it was cutting, how clean and straight that is. And I got a little too close right there, and then it puddled and probably blew back up in the tip. So just needs and this is 1/4 inch. I'd like to find something thicker. Kind of like indexing your part. Follow your line. Okay, this is a 1/2 inch plate. I'm going to follow this, I don't know if you can see it or not, this white line. It kind of starts here, and this square's, I'm going to be over into it about maybe over, not quite 3/8 probably. It's going to go from nothing to about 3/8 across here, because I want these 2 triangles is what I want. Yep, I always like to turn a little bit of oxygen on first, otherwise it just, that flame just takes all the hair off your fingers. You put a little heat into it first. Once you quit seeing the water come out of it, and you know you're about ready to go. Hit the oxygen, hit the go button. Let's just slow down a little bit more. Let's speed up a little bit. There we go. Been a long time since I've used one of these. That's you start jacking with it, I mean, it just takes a little practice to get it set, and you got to learn to leave it alone. If it's running, leave it alone. Hey, well, that worked pretty damn good. I don't know if I want to rip it apart now or not. I don't know where I would use it or where I would need it. What do you think? Keep it or rip it apart to make a weld positioner? I'm already thinking keep it. I mean, I've got these great big Smith torches. I got small ones. I got everything. I think I'm gonna hang on to it and see if I can find a heavier horsepower treadmill motor, because the one I have now is only like a third of a horse or something, or a half a horse. I've seen them up to 2 horsepower. Because I've already got one built, made. It works fine. You know, I'm just afraid of burning the motor up in it. See what I mean? Too much stick out on these things, and the things tip over. Because we made bags of sand, like 20-pound bags of sand, and just threw them on there. One of the guys in the office, his wife, made them, sewed them together, made out of denim or something, or yeah. I think I might hang on to it and see about finding something else, because I could really use this. I got finished cutting this. I got a piece of 5/8 over there to cut, piece of 3/4 for a project I'm going to start on. These are the gussets for it, is what these are. I want to see about building my own angle plate, because I could have used one like 3 or 4 times on that mill already. And every time I find one, anybody that owns it that has it for sale, they're in love with it. So I figured, if I can make one, machine it, be great. So alright guys, a little sneak peek of maybe an upcoming project right here. I don't know, we'll see. Kind of cool. Let me know what you think.